Now, Betul Dogan Akkas, who is in the Turkish capital, Ankara. She's an assistant professor of Middle East Studies at Ankara University. Welcome to you. Israel, let's just take the last year or two. Israel's attacked targets in Iran, Lebanon, Gaza, Yemen, Syria, among others. Now an assassination attempt in Qatar. In response, you get words, condemnation from the countries surrounding. And that seems to me to be a big problem. Are we at the point yet where the wider international community might actually take direct action to hurt Israel?
We had actually many stages during the war in Gaza, even before the 7th of October, that the international community has to take a step towards Israel to end this aggressive state policies, including state terrorism, killing of civilians for no reasons of defense, etc. But we haven't seen anything. And the foreign minister of Qatar, Sheikh Mohammed, he had a press release and he mentioned as well, this is a very last stage where actually we have to see a solid stage by international community against the actions of Israel. But unfortunately, so far we haven't seen any solid move, only, as you mentioned, condemnations. But every time anything happened with Israel and any other regional power, we have the same scene. We have Israel attacking on a mediator country, mediator actors of the other side, which are mainly Hamas at the moment. We are not surprised with it anymore. But what really makes us surprised this time is actually attacking on a soil where you don't have any Israeli claim. We are not in Palestine. They do it in Syria because they have a territorial claim. They do have it in Lebanon because they had a fight before. But what about Qatar? Out of what reason they did it? Of course, excuse is always Hamas, but the neighborhood, even the bombed neighborhood in Qatar, is a quite civilian place. It's not nearby by an air base or a Qatari military zone. It's in the middle of a quite civilian neighborhood. Across the street, we have primary school, secondary school. It's nearby the embassies. So what takes us actually to the point that Israeli aggression or the state terrorism is not limited to Palestine, neither to West Bank nor Gaza. It's not limited to territory that it has a close proximity. It actually went beyond the borders, beyond to military targets, to civilian targets.
But Betul, that behaviour you're describing, the murdering of civilians, the assassinations on sovereign territory of other countries. Do you think that Israel considers itself now perhaps untouchable because of its alliance with the United States?
Definitely untouchable. I think no one believes in the fact that U.S. has no idea what's going on with the Israeli foreign policy making. Of course, there's a cooperation between two on the side of political elites, at least, between U.S. and Israel. They are not surprised by the world that no one is actually having a proper response to them. This is what they expect. So if anyone wants to make any solid change in the regional politics, any Western powers or any Middle East powers, they have to step up and they have to put literally tangible outcomes or solutions, especially when it comes to Qatar. If you cannot save mediators, what sort of peace you are looking for in the region, especially for Western powers? Are they really eager to have a Middle East where there is no peace at any stage in any country to communicate with the diplomatic actors? I mean, it is not only Israel is untouchable, but also the Western powers are not aware of the fact that they are kind of destroy the entire stability in the Middle East, because Arab Gulf monarchies are the places where we have expat communities, locals, but they all live in peace because there is no internal problems in these countries. If you lose security in the Arab Gulf monarchies, I mean, I don't, of course, say that we are supposed to lose peace in the other Middle East countries, but if you lose peace, even in this stage, then what to expect from Middle East politics?
Betul, pleasure to speak to you. Thank you. Betul Dogan Akkas is my guest, Assistant Professor of Middle East Studies at Ankara University.